What's up, family? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be kind of interesting. So amidst all the controversy surrounding Trump and all of his executive orders, right? One executive order was to declassify the MLK, the JFK, and his brother's files. And what they say and what they found out in these files is shocking to a lot of people. Not to me, because I've already heard a lot of these rumors way before these things got declassified. And there are other things that Trump did too that's kind of got the black community a little worried. Am I personally worried? Nah, but y'all know me. I think outside the box. But let's get into these videos and figure out if we can find out why everybody is so upset.
This prophecy is pretty wild, so you don't want to miss it. Okay, I believe I have the gift of discernment and can discern between the true and the false prophets of God. One of those true prophets is Troy Black, who has been 100% accurate and 100% gives the glory to God and follows the Bible. He says that the Moss right-hand man will be trouble for him and will be clipped off a year and a half into the presidency. Well, from the previous prophecy, we learned that only Donald Trump has a moth named after him. And so it looks like a year and a half into his presidency, his right-hand man is going to be clipped off or no longer a problem. Not sure exactly what that means, but we're going to find out. For more current prophecy, you're going to want to follow. God bless.
Now, I don't know who Trump's right-hand man is, but I just read somewhere that Elon Musk is no longer working with Trump. Don't know how true that is.
Hey, man, at some point, somebody got to tell the motherfucking truth. And I guess since everybody else scared to say the shit, I'ma say it. And I don't give a fuck how you feel. You can go ahead and get in the comments and leave your little bullshit, but guess what? I got time today. I got time the motherfucking day, man. Now, when it comes to black folks, look here, take me out of that motherfucking category. I'm not with the go along, get along game. Cause half the shit these black folks be out here doing be some bullshit. Y'all motherfuckers the ones out here killing each other. Y'all the ones out here fucking up y'all goddamn community. It ain't the white man. But y'all motherfuckers always waiting to point y'all fingers. It's because of this. It's systematic racism. Man, you can be whatever the fuck you want to be in this world. You ain't no motherfucking victim. Tired of y'all motherfuckers. Elon Musk was doing this shit. What the fuck? So what? Y'all niggas out here doing this shit. Killing each other because of motherfucking block or a color. What kind of shit is that? I'm not with this shit. I'm not black. I'm not African American. Bitch, I'm American. You understand what I'm saying? I'm sick of all this shit. I ain't trying to keep us separated. And y'all motherfuckers are the biggest part. Y'all are the problem. Black folks are the problem. Every time we try to move forward, you motherfuckers moving 10 steps back. Y'all want to be stuck in the past and stay there. You understand what I'm saying? President motherfucking Trump is for everybody. Everybody. You want to be mad at the motherfucker? Be mad at the motherfuckers in your community. Tell them motherfuckers to do better. You understand what I'm saying? But hey, man, I'm out this bitch.
And see, and that's the truth that most of my people don't want to realize is that we're hypocrites. Just like he said, just because Elon Musk did this right here, we got young cats in our hood throwing up gang signs, and we ain't scared of that. And they doing most of the killing. So it's all hypocritical, man. First of all, what Elon Musk did with his, I don't care. That ain't got nothing to do with me. And second of all, Trump got mad at him and kicked his ass out. So I mean, that's neither here nor there. But I'm just saying, man, we got to pick up the pieces in our own backyard first.
Seriously, you leftists, you guys are going to make sure that the next president, yeah, it's going to be a Republican, and the one after that's going to be a Republican. And I am glad for it. There's no way in hell I would be comfortable with a Democrat sitting in that Oval Office if they're going to be representing what we are seeing on this app these last 2 days. Dude, I usually approve any and all comments. Like, it's just a boost in the analytics for me. I really don't pay attention to half the naysayers anyway. Some of the comments that I've seen get filtered that people have been accusing me of deleting, no, that's the TikTok auto moderation going off. It's because you're using abhorrent language, because you're name calling, because you're harassing people, you're being racist. You're being the stereotypical Democrat. You know, the ones that didn't want me to go to the same schools as you, the ones that wanted me to stay in chains, that is who you are right now. Dude, you can say anti-Trump stuff, But the problem is that you guys are getting way too fucking personal about it, dude. Like, homie, you can disagree without having to call somebody a Nazi or a racist or insulting their skin color or their religion. You're so used to being able to cyberbully people that when you're held to any kind of real standard, you're screaming censorship. That's the reality of it, dude. Here, let me show you how to say something anti-Trump without freaking getting blocked or auto-modded. I'm not a fan of Pete Hegseth. I think he's radioactive. I think he's entirely too polarizing of a figure. And I think that he is going to cause more drama than he will solve problems. Have you noticed that I didn't have to go after his skin?
The reason why most people they resort to a lot of racist words is because the vocabulary is low. Like, I don't have the highest vocabulary, but I definitely think before I say things. And most people get on TikTok and they just rant, so they don't have time to think before they say anything. They just rant and let it go. But I think that if people start working on their vocabulary, how you express yourself, whether you be a racist or whatever, it can come across a little bit better and you won't get your video snagged down.
Skin color, his religion. I didn't have to talk about his political affiliation. And yet, it was a pretty accurate statement about the man's career and his personality. Yeah, you guys don't talk like that. You don't have any kind of intellectualism behind all of your disagreements. Like, dude, your posts aren't getting silenced and deleted because they're censoring anti-Trump sentiment. They're getting silenced and deleted because you're spreading fake news. I have seen so many leftists post fake news today about Trump's executive orders. And I have seen so many centrists, I've seen so many conservatives fact check and debunk. It's insane. Here is my challenge for you leftists, for you Democrats out there. Are you able to have anti-Trump sentiment without insulting his skin color, his religion, his family, and without making threats to his physical person? Are you able to disagree with Trump's policies without lying, without the need to reference out-of-date information from 2015 prior? Are you able to engage in civil political discourse from an honest and intellectual spectrum? I know you can't. That's why I made the challenge.
And I don't give a fuck what your guys' opinions are. Do you know that I had fucking paralysis in both my legs? I got blown up for this fucking country, fighting in a war for the United States of America. My fucking patch on my arm had an American fucking flag. My shit said U.S. Army. Do you see anybody giving me anything? Fuck no. I had to give up my whole fucking life and I still have to try to fight to fucking survive. So everyone that acts like, oh, veterans are supposed to be, no man, fuck that shit. As a disabled veteran, somebody who served in actual fucking combat in specialized units, I personally do not give a fuck that you're getting kicked out this country. You know that some of my fucking friends that got their papers through DACA and all that shit, do you know that they put 4 years in the fucking army to get their green cards? While you guys are sitting here fucking crying at the fucking border, what have you done? What have you actually fucking done? There's Mexicans who waited 10 plus years to get their fucking citizenship. And you expect us to feel bad for you? No, man, get your motherfucking asses out. Honestly, get the fuck out. I can't wait till y'all asses are gone.
And that's crazy. He's a Mexican. He's a Hispanic speaking that way because he know that not all Hispanics come in peace. They don't. And like I said, those guys took the initiative to get their green cards, like join the army or did whatever they had to do that. And those other Hispanics had the time to do the same thing. So why are they so different? No. You get out of here and you come back the right way.
Well, Donald Trump is now the president of the United States of America, along with his vice president, J.D. Vance. What does this mean for the military? What does this mean for service members? I will tell you this. There's never been a time, more so than now, where I have been proud to serve this country. I've been in the United States Marine Corps for 14 years. And throughout that time, I have served under 3 presidents. And I am very optimistic about all the opportunities that are going to come, not only to service members, but also to Americans as a whole. The fact that our Vice President of the United States of America, himself, was an active duty United States Marine brings me a lot of pride as well. So, as we open this next chapter for our country, I encourage anybody who has been considering military service to take that leap, to go for it, to give it everything you got, to go find out what is available to you and what is available for you. Good luck to you.
I would not have the job that I have. Chances are, if it was not for affirmative action. So.
Oh, you didn't earn it.
I don't qualify for what?
You didn't earn your job.
I don't understand what you're saying by that. What do you mean?
You said, yeah. Hold on, sir.
If you got that job on account of affirmative action, well, you ain't worth the salt to go in your food.
Just for context, I'm enjoying this because this is how my dad used to talk right here. My dad was a man who worked all his life, and he didn't believe in no affirmative action. He believed in earning his keep. And this sounds just like him. I'm sorry, y'all.
Did you know why? If you was worth anything, you would need affirmative action. What do I need affirmative action to get a job? If you get it, you can't hold it because you don't know what to do. And you saying that somebody's supposed to give you, ain't nobody supposed to give you nothing. America is built on individuality. And nobody don't have to give me no opportunity. I make my opportunity. This is what freedom means. And then you can learn anything you want to know. If you want to know it, all you have to do is go to the library. It don't cost you nothing to go there and learn anything you want to learn. Don't nobody stop you from that. And why don't you get your own job instead of going asking somebody else to give you one?
He spoke with such conviction, man. I love it, man. I felt it in my bones, man. And this is why I say I'm not a fan of affirmative action. All this started with my dad. My dad always told me, you wait on nobody to give you nothing. Go get your own. Hey, what's up, what ifers? I hope you're having an amazing day. I wanted to take a quick moment and talk about something really exciting happening on the channel. And that's the brand new membership option just for you. For just $1.99 a month, you can become a channel member and unlock some really cool perks that I've been dying to share with you. First up, as a member, you'll get early access to my videos. That means no more waiting. You'll be the first to watch my latest uploads before anyone else. And I know how much you guys love getting in on the content first, whether it be political or conspiracy or alien videos. You'll be the first to comment, the first to react, and honestly, just be a part of that inner circle.
But wait! There's more!
As a member, you'll get exclusive custom emojis that you can use during live streams and in the comments. So if you want to stand out or just want to show your support in a fun way, these emojis are for you. It's an awesome way to be a part of this growing community in a way that goes way beyond just subscribing. And don't worry, all my regular content is still free to everyone. But by joining, you're supporting the channel directly, helping me create more content and bringing even better videos to you faster. So if you're looking to join the channel and take things to the next level, hit that join button down below. And let's make this community even more awesome. You'll get early access, exclusive perks, and be a part of the content creation journey with me. Thanks so much for your support. And whether you're a member or not, I appreciate every single one of you for making this channel what it is. Let's keep creating and growing together. And remember, challenge the argument and not the person.
Okay, I guess I gotta get serious, bro. You guys are not doing anything to ICE agents. All of you that's making these videos saying, oh, if an ICE agent comes by your school, by your church, by your hospital, you gonna give them the hands, bro. You is gonna lose. It's like y'all forgetting that ICE agents are not normal people in shirts. They have military training. They will put hands on you. Actually itching to catch one of y'all trying to throw hands. Then y'all not thinking smart. Y'all trying to get TikTok clout. Y'all saying y'all finna do certain harm to government agents. They've been reporting y'all to the FBI and the cops. 2 people that lost their jobs already. Certain things you don't say on the internet. Literally 3 things is gonna happen. 1, the people reporting you is gonna get you arrested. If you don't get arrested, the people who are talking to your job about this and showing your videos, gonna get you fired. If you don't get fired and you actually get to the 3rd stage where you link up with a ICE agent and proceed to try to throw hands, they're going to put the Mike Tyson on you, bro. You're not gonna win. You're gonna fight 10 military trained men? Come on, bro. Y'all delusional on this app, bro. Stop saying this.
JD Vance is in North Carolina, and he's found furnished apartments to put the people in that have been living in tents. Let's talk about it. So yeah, JD Vance, 4 days into his job, is in North Carolina, and he's miraculously found furnished apartments, very nice furnished apartments, to take the people that are living in tents, that have been living in the tents in freezing cold temperatures, and he's giving those apartments to them. Remember when we found out that there were trailers full of donations sitting locked in some parking lot, and FEMA was like, "Oh, we forgot, sorry," allegedly? Well, they're getting all of those donations. From what I hear, JD Vance has helped those people so much so that they're actually okay right now. They're inside and they're warm and they have an apartment. Remember when Airbnbs and hotels and landlords were jacking up the prices when those people had nowhere to go, allegedly? Where did these apartments come from? Remember a week or two ago when Biden on his last few days gave $100 million in federal funds to the Pacific Palisades wildfires? But then when North Carolina was suffering through Hurricane Helene, FEMA said they got on the news and said they had no more money. Where'd the $100 million come from? Where'd these furnished apartments come from? And why didn't the people in North Carolina have access to them prior to 4 days ago? Like, I remember hearing rumors, allegedly people saying that FEMA was directed not to help people who had certain signages in their yard. Is that true? Because I want to know where all these furnished apartments just came from. I want to know why JD Vance, 4 days into being the vice president, has literally went to those tents and taking those people out and giving them homes and giving those donations to them where they should have had it all along. They essentially didn't need that raggedy ass $750 that Kamala fake promised them, because remember, they ended up not being eligible, and then if they were, they had to pay it back. Tell me why and tell me how in this country anything like this can happen. Tell me how they are literally playing in our faces. And those people in North Carolina have been struggling and suffering for months. And we still never got the accurate unalive number. We don't know what that is. What I hear is they're still finding people unalive. What about, are there any cases of hypothermia? Because these people have been living in tents, in freezing cold weather. And all JD Vance had to do was get sworn in as VP and go help them because all this time no one was helping them? This is outrageous. And everyone that was a part of that sham or scam or whatever the hell it was that was having these people intentionally suffer for no reason should be ashamed of themselves. This is unacceptable. This is literally unacceptable. Because in my mind, that means if those apartments were there this whole time, why didn't the other administration go down there and put those people into them? Why have they had them struggling? And then they take it off the media. They don't allow it on apps anymore, so we can't see it on TikTok like it never damn happened. This is such an embarrassment for this country, and I cannot believe. Thank goodness for Donald J. Trump and JD Vance. And allegedly, Donald Trump's going to be down in North Carolina today. Thank goodness. But then that administration, they're the bad ones. They're the ones that just want to make their rich friends richer. I don't think so, because the people in North Carolina who've been sleeping in tents weren't rich. Thank you for liking this video. Share it. Follow me if you're not following me, because this is where I come to talk about all of the nonsense that goes on and make it make sense.
What she said makes sense. How the hell does Trump and JD Vance pull these homes for these people in North Carolina out their ass? But Biden them said they couldn't do no more. They can only give $700. Hell, they just gave $700 to the people in California, right? It's always $700, but they can give billions. They can give billions to people in other countries. I don't get it.
The temporary housing into freezing 20-degree weather. I don't know how they did that one, because it was cold. Even while your government provided shelter and housing for illegal aliens from all over the world. But under the Trump administration, the days of betrayal and neglect are over. They are over. As I said in my inaugural address, we restore the integrity, competency, and loyalty of the American government. And I think I said most of it in the inaugural address. We said a lot of things, but one of the groups of people I was thinking about is you in North Carolina. A lot of that was in reference to you and what you've had to suffer. I'm pleased to announce that under our leadership, the federal government will be surging housing solutions to the state that go beyond mere temporary hotel stays that ended up being very short term. The government wouldn't do it any longer, which is ridiculous. We'll marshal all available resources.
I love it. Oh my God, it's about time.
And infrastructure dramatically more reliable very quickly. Today I'll also be signing an executive order slashing all red tape and bureaucratic barriers and permits to ensure the rapid reconstruction of the roads here in western North Carolina. We're going to go through a permitting process that's called no permitting, just get it done. That's the way they built them many years ago, I guarantee you that, right? We will get them back very quickly, and we'll begin the work of fundamentally changing, terminating, or overhauling FEMA. FEMA's been a disaster no matter where they are. We're honored to be joined today very quickly by several families affected by the vicious storm. I'd like to ask...
My prayers are with you, North Carolina. It's about time.
Remote temporary housing into freezing 20-degree weather. I don't know.
When the FBI studied Malcolm and when they studied Martin, one went and spoke and came back to the hotel and prayed and talked on the phone with his wife, and they don't have no dirt on it. The other one went and spoke and came back to the room and partied and in every town he went to. That was the Christian.
How do you know that?
Because it's documented evidence. The FBI said that Malcolm X was a saint compared to the doctor. It's very well documented that Dr. Martin Luther King was just like any man. He was a whoremongering preacher. Compared to Malcolm, who has no documentation of doing anything such like a preacher. I don't want to be a religious man, but I have Christian values and beliefs. I believe in Jesus. I believe that he's the Son of God. I just don't take the title as a Christian. Man, I just believe.
So what are you?
A believer.
That don't make sense.
No. Because I also like to sin. And most Christians don't admit that they like to sin.
Most people can't admit to the sins that they do.
That they like to do. See, some that we do, but we also got some secret ones.
Now we're getting to the meat of things, right? Remember when I was talking about those declassified files? A lot of stuff that was in that MLK file, a lot of black people didn't like. But you can't deny the fact that we had been hearing these rumors about this stuff long before Trump declassified it. And what Democrats are going to try to do, they're going to try to blame all of this on Trump. And they're going to make it seem like Trump did this purposely to destroy that man's legacy, when in real life, he destroyed his own legacy.
Remember, Al Sharpton admitted to wearing a wire against the mob. If you are willing to risk your life wearing a wire against the mob, imagine what you'll do against black folks. You feel me? Remember, Jesse Jackson, these are not my words, according to William Pepper, Dr. King family attorney. If you haven't read the book, Orders to Kill and the Assassination of Dr. King, you better read it. He names Jesse Jackson unquestionably as an accomplice to the murder. They say Jesse called off the security at the Divine Lorraine Hotel in Memphis on April 4th. There was a group of black brothers. Like when I go around, I got brothers here doing security for me. Get them a hand, by the way, for helping to keep Dr. Umar safe. So when Dr. King got to Memphis, there was a bunch of brothers who said, we're going to hold you down on the strength. Jesse Jackson told them they wasn't needed. He called them off. Jesse called them off. And within about an hour, Dr. King was dead. Also, somebody from the Southern Christian Leadership Office called the hotel. Dr. King was on the ground floor. He wasn't supposed to be up in room 306. Somebody from the SCLC office called the hotel and said Dr. King requests that his room be upstairs. They needed him upstairs so the Memphis police officer who killed Dr. King was murdered by a Memphis police officer. The Memphis police officer who murdered Dr. King could get a clean shot. And then the Green Berets, who was the backup shooter, said that they were told that friendlies were not wearing ties. Anybody who was not wearing the tie should not be shot. Why did Jesse Jackson not have a tie on that day? How did he know not to get shot? You see? No, Dr. King was suffocated to death in the hospital. Dr. King showed up alive at the hospital, and this is in the book by William Pepper. And how do we know that he was suffocated to death at the hospital? A white nurse. A white nurse in the room said that they pushed us to the side, told us to get out, but she did not leave. She stayed at the door, and she watched the doctor and the FBI agent put over Dr. King's face and suffocated him to death. And just like they said when they killed Fred Hampton, good and dead now.
And that right there was after him meeting with Malcolm X. He wasn't supposed to do that. It was really a breach in his contract that he made with the government.
Watch this video. Gavin Newsom was not invited to meet Donald Trump at the airport. This is in Los Angeles. This just happened right now. Watch the interaction between these two guys and tell me that Donald Trump has any sense of masculinity whatsoever. Watch this. Trump's yanking his hand. Look at that. Look at that tug and pull. Gavin's taller than him. Gavin's giving him the shit right now. He's laying it out for him. Trump's like, get this fucker away from me, man. Melania's like, hey, what's up there? Look at Gavin Newsom walking next to him. Donald Trump is a fat, slovenly old man. A gelatinous, corpulent protuberance.
You see the insults? This is just the Dems, they can't make intellectual videos. They can't.
Elon Musk has been removed from the White House and no longer has direct access to Donald Trump, and instead must report to Donald Trump's chief of staff, Susie Wiles. Now, this is according to multiple reports, and that came directly from Susie Wiles. She told Elon Musk that he will be working across the street from the White House in the Eisenhower building, and that he must report to her and not to Donald Trump. Now, understand this. This only comes directly from Donald Trump. This is not a decision that Susie Wiles would make on her own, which means the partnership between Donald Trump and Elon Musk has taken a downward turn. Now, I suspect that if this report is true, this is because Elon Musk mocked Donald Trump's announcement of that $500 billion investment, suggesting that Stargate didn't have the money. Donald Trump didn't dare say anything directly to Elon Musk, but this makes sense that this would be his retribution. Now, these two are definitely headed to a falling out that is going to be spectacular. But right now, Elon Musk has been demoted a peg.
Yeah, I mean, even as a Trump supporter, I'm kind of glad of that. I don't think Elon deserves a place in the cabinet. He ain't ready for politics. He ain't. Because everything he does is based on opinions. We don't need opinions. We need action.
Yo, black people, come on in here. So Donald Trump released the records of MLK's assassination. But I just really want to let y'all know, it's about to be some shit. It's about to be some shit with MLK. We're going to talk what they taught us about MLK. Honestly, it's probably going to change a lot of people's minds, but don't get mad. They're going to try to deny it. They're going to try to say this ain't happening. But I'm not saying that we're supposed to believe it, but I'm also want to just guard your feelings because some shit's about to go down. Hey, y'all asked for it. Y'all asked for everything to be released. Y'all asked for transparency. Trump gave it to you. So, as a history teacher, as a person who knows history, a lot of shit we were taught, it's about to be a rude awakening, especially for people in my community. So get ready.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, if you really did history and you know history, and you would know a lot of those things in those files and those documents about MLK are factual, because the rumors had already been seeped out. There were rumors before they were actually facts, and now we know that they're fact. I mean, it is, right? And if it wasn't true, why would they classify it for so long? I'm just saying, if it weren't true, why would they classify it for so long? And we've been asking, We've been asking for transparency, and now we know.
My algorithm has been suppressed. My videos are not getting out, but this is a warning, and we need to rally together. If you are a person of color, a black person, because this is, again, directly about black people, like, share, comment, boost this to the For You page because this is serious. Remember how I told you that once they were done focusing on immigrants, they were going to turn on black people? And this is why we should have minded our fucking business and stayed out of it altogether. Trump's Justice Department halts police reform agreement. Why is this a problem for black people? Because that police reform was specifically put in place in 2015 after Freddie Gray was slain, and I'm going to tell you exactly what it means. It's basically made it so that they could keep tabs on police departments for the people that they were unaliving, harming, or being treated unfairly through them. It makes clear that the department will use all appropriate legal authorities to safeguard civil rights and protect the environment. This has to be consistent with long-standing departmental practices informed by the expertise of the department's career workforce. You follow that up with what just happened with Elon Musk doing that salute. I told you guys we were next. Share this. We need to come up with something now. This is not a joke.
Well, joke's on her because Elon don't even work for Trump anymore. And second of all, when you put a halt to something, it doesn't mean that you've ended it or revoked it. It means that you like, hold on. I think there's some things in here that I need to fix. It doesn't mean that he's going to pull back the reform. He may think that, okay, some of the things in there is just a little too much, a little too extreme.
Trump is making Saudi Arabia invest $600 billion into America. No. Countries used to always make us give them money, and now he's making countries invest in America. Our tax money always went to Ukraine, Africa, and other countries, and we used to get mad. But now he's making countries give us money. Now they all want to invest in America. He's trying to make America great again. What are we gonna do? America keeps getting better by the day. Why is Trump doing this? We gotta stop him so we can be complaining about government again, giving away all our money. He also went to North Carolina and looked at all the damage when it took Biden forever to go. No! He says he wants to overhaul FEMA and make FEMA work for the people again. No! He's doing more in a week than Biden did in 4 years. Oh, no. I gotta get off here.
I love the reverse comedy. I definitely love it.
The family of Martin Luther King released a statement following President Trump's order to declassify the Martin Luther King assassination. They said, "Today our family has learned that President Trump has ordered the declassification of the remaining records pertaining to the assassinations of President John F. Kennedy, his brother Robert F. Kennedy, and our father, Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr." Oh, shit. Today, our family has learned that President Trump has ordered the declassification of the remaining records pertaining to the assassinations of President John F. Kennedy, his brother Robert F. Kennedy, and our father, Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. For us, the assassination of our father is a deeply personal family loss that we've endured over the last 56 years. We hope to be provided the opportunity to review the files as a family prior to its public release. At this time, the King family is not taking any interviews as they await further information. Now, if the actual real information about the assassination is released, and this is not just like some Epstein, oh, I think he did it in the jail cell to himself thing, and this is like the real information, this will be a major win for Donald Trump, who seems to be taking several actions, all right, in his presidency, and it's only on day 3 right now, day 4, and he's taking so many actions. And if he really does release this will be a win for the American public. But I want to know what you guys think about this whole situation. Are you excited to maybe get some answers about what happened to Martin Luther King, RFK, and JFK? Let me know in the comments section and follow me for more content like this.
Donald Trump has just erased black history from the U.S. Air Force, banning the teaching about the Tuskegee Airmen, a famous group of African-American pilots and other support teams who helped fight the Nazis in Europe in World War II. And now the Air Force has to remove them from the curriculum because Trump's new orders against diversity say we can't teach that to our soldiers because it's bad for them. But you know what? I can teach you about it, and I will. So before World War II, the military was segregated, right? Blacks and whites could not fight alongside each other. Specifically, blacks were also not allowed to be pilots because, listen to this, the Air Force had determined, the Army War College actually had determined that African Americans lacked the courage and fortitude to fly planes, right? Listen to this, the all-black 332nd Fighter Group based at Tuskegee Army Airfield in Alabama shattered the race barrier. The unit had as many as 14,000 airmen, 1,000 of them pilots. They flew 15,533 sorties, so in other words, like air attacks, over Europe during World War II. 96 distinguished flying crosses, 3 presidential unit citations, etc. These were famous Americans. They were the greatest generation. They were our World War II heroes, and they were black. And now you will never hear about them in the U.S. military because Donald Trump just erased them from history. And by the way, final point here for anybody who says what the difference is between Democrats and Republicans on race and how it doesn't matter who you vote for, yeah, it matters.
Now, me personally, I think that given the benefit of the doubt, he may have made that mistake, or he knew exactly what he was doing. Maybe he knew that by him removing the DEI situation, right, that it was going to change some things. But he had a plan also to put other things back in place, like putting the curriculum of the Tuskegee Airmen back into the military. We got to think like that too.
Folks, we're in for a bumpy ride. Remember all those times we said that the guardrails that restrained Trump's most dangerous impulses in his first administration won't exist this time? It's happening. Here is the worst example yet. Trump has proposed a board, a commission, to identify and remove any senior military officers, think generals and admirals, who are deemed disloyal. That's disloyal to him, not the Constitution. And just a reminder for those who need it, the oath of office for those in uniform is not to the president or to any individual, but to the Constitution. So think about all those times during the last Trump presidency when the only thing standing between him and the military shooting protesters was a general who stood his ground. We won't have those generals this time. For generations, we've had a military that remained nonpartisan because its leaders and the rank and file understood that their oaths to the Constitution came first. Trump will do everything he can to change that, so the American military is loyal only to him. Get ready. This is going to be rough.
Or he's only doing it so the people in the military could be on the right side of history instead of the wrong side. Because come on now, we know that even in the military, there are some Democrats and Republicans. And most of them probably are Democrats at this point. So he's getting rid of the ones who don't like him and getting some more unbiased people in there. People who will challenge how he thinks if they don't agree with it. But also some people who may consider what he's thinking and what he's saying. Because that's what you need for a country to move forward. You can't have a whole brigade of people who's going against the president, especially when the things that he want to do is going to benefit the people instead of them. And I understand that a lot of people in the military and a lot of people that are in Congress, they are trying to get rich. So they're going to do everything that they can for themselves instead of the people. And the fact that Trump is doing everything for the people, it threatens the livelihood of those people in Congress and in leadership in the military. So I see why they would give pushback. And I see why he would get rid of those people. No, he's going to make sure that the American people has a place, has a shot. And freedom of speech will never, ever again be censored. That's just how I think. And I think that that's what's happening now. But if you look at all of these social medias and TikTok videos of all of these people going against Trump, it'll make you think. And you'll start to second guess. Maybe I shouldn't have voted for him. No, you did right. Don't let these people trick and fool you, man.
Yo, you wonder why Martin Luther King got a day and Malcolm didn't? You ever wonder why Barack Obama didn't release these files, but Trump had to? You wonder why the so-called race baiters and even MLK's family is mad at Trump for releasing these files? Something about these files tell me that MLK ain't the man that we've come to believe MLK to be. What did MLK really do to get that statue? Free at last, free at last. Thank Trump and God Almighty. We free at last.
I love it, man. A lot of people saying that what MLK was doing was close to Diddy. And they said that a lot of people he was linked up with were the people who taught Diddy how to do what he did, like Clive Davis and all them. Martin Luther King was, kicking it with them people. It's crazy, man.
Boy, are people gonna trip when they find out who the real children of Israel are. Boy, they're gonna trip out. Yeah. You think all this is for nothing? Okay, you think it's just a game? You think it's just happenstance? No, it's not. Bad thing is, they're not going to find out until it's too late. Revelation 3:9, behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee. Yeah. Boy, it's gonna sting. Stargate? Stargate? Yeah. Get ready. Gonna be lining up to take the mark. Better repent of your hate while you still have the chance. Boy.
Well, I'm going to say this and I'm going to leave it here. As you can see, since the declassification of these MLK files, and I haven't done anything on the JFK yet, and when I do, though, of course, you'll see the video. But as you can see, a lot of this stuff is showing in Mr. MLK isn't who we thought he was, because he never said he was none of those things. We knew he was human, but we forgot that he was human. And humans make mistakes. Humans fall for things, and humans sometimes indulge in things that were meant to be kept private. And I'll just say this right here. Black people don't understand how big this is for us to know the truth and to understand that now we have a clear view into what or who our ancestors and parents were following. And we understand why Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton got their place in the government now, because they helped get rid of people like Malcolm X and Dr. Martin Luther King. Because the same things that Dr. Martin Luther King was doing, those guys were doing. It's a sad day in Black history, but at the same time, it is a liberating one. Especially for me, because I've already known a lot of these different things about those guys. This did nothing but confirm it, man. But the show ain't over. And he's going to reveal even more. Just wait. And hey, I could rant, but I won't. And with that being said, like I always say, do what you will with that information. And hey, if you like what you saw, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on that notification bell so you know when I upload. Get in the description. Hit that beacons link and follow all my social medias. And remember, challenge the argument and not the person.